And what is going to keep us up at night? Well, nothing really, because we sleep well. But proverbially, what keeps you up at night? Well, the Dodgers are just the Dodgers have so much room for error. And we saw this because Blake Snell goes on the DL. Roki Sasaki's had a rough start to his year. And they just have a mix and match. They have a great bullpen. They have some guys who are kind of on the shelf that they're waiting to get back. They have minor leaguers who can come in, if need be. But I think their real strengths. I was asking my buddy about this. My buddy who's a big Dodgers fan, and he said he just thinks like offensive depth. Like if somebody goes cold, they have so many players that could just go hot because they have so much talent on the offensive side. So truly, like even if the pitching, even though they have some strong guys, but you see Glass now kind of, he'll pitch great for 2 innings and then he can't get out of the 3rd inning. Snell on the DL already. Yamamoto, we'll see what's going on with his 2nd season. But they can overcome all of that stuff because of what looks like to be a fantastic offense. I mean, like I said, last year was like one of the best offenses I'd ever seen 1 through 9. And they're very, very close to that, or, in some instances could be even better. You had made a comment the other day. You were watching the Dodgers and Phillies, and you were like, "Oh man, Glass now comes out immediately. Castellanos grand slam!" Like you were all fired up. And then a couple innings later, you're like, "You know what? This isn't really all that fair. They can just chip away talent, offensive." But that's kind of what this season is going to be about, right? It's going to be about the Dodgers have so much talent. Things have to go so wrong for them to not be a juggernaut. Where on the flip side, the Giants need a lot of things to go right for them. Now we were just celebrating, the best start in baseball this year, the Giants. But from a realistic standpoint, the Giants have much less room for error, both on the pitching side and the hitting side. So where are you with your expectations of the Giants being able to play consistent baseball, and also B, your feelings about the Dodgers and just waiting for them to reel off like 15 games in a row, and you're like, this just sucks.
Yeah, and I think it's my expectations, honestly, with the Giants even starting 8-1, they haven't changed since spring training. My expectations have always been Dodgers are going to win the National League West. I mean, they're going to find a way. They're going to pull it off. They have depth, and that's what is very, very important in a 162 game season. The Giants, and we talked about this, and this is what worries me most about this team. And I think the Giants need to make some trades to possibly fix this. But what worries me most about the Giants team is depth, is the lack of depth. If you get an injury to, Willie Adames, all of a sudden you've got Casey Schmidt or Tyler Fitzgerald at shortstop, and one or the other guys, Wisely, maybe at second base. And now your lineup looks vastly different. The Dodgers get an injury to Mookie Betts. Yeah, he's hurt, but you still have, like right now, let's just say Freddie Freeman, he's out. He's on the IL. I don't miss him a ton because they've got Shohei, Teoscar, Mookie Betts. They have all-stars.
Was this the shower incident?
Yeah, he got
what was he doing?
Freak accident in the shower. I don't know.
Getting freaky accident or a freak accident? What's going on?
Who knows? I don't want to know when it comes to Freddie Freeman. He's an old man.
Freaky Freddie.
Yeah, he so he had that surgically repaired ankle, and I guess he was getting in the shower, getting out of the shower. So who knows?
Getting old sucks, man. That's all.
It does, man. I know getting out of bed, I can go on the IL. There's some mornings. I got out of bed this morning and I was like, did I get hit by a truck last night? And I had one bourbon at like 6 p.m. Right? So it's not like I had drank a lot.
Yeah.
I had a bourbon.
Yeah.
1.5 ounces at 6 p.m. But I think that's what that's what worries me the most about the Giants is the lack of depth. When you look at you look at the minor leagues, all right. Luciano is hitting 152 right now with 1 home run and 30.
That guy needs to heat up, man. Come on.
I don't know if the Luciano experiment is going to end soon or what's going on. Bryce Eldridge has not played yet. News came out today. He's going to start in the next couple of days.
Something risky. Hurt his wrist swinging or something, right?
Yeah, he hurt his wrist back in spring training. He's been rehabbing it. They've been taking it very slow, but he's going to start in Double-A in a couple of days. And that was kind of kicked around in spring training anyways, because I think that's closer to his home.
Yeah.
They want to make him comfortable. They want to get him, they're gonna long play Bryce Eldridge, which I'm totally fine with. You look at Tibbs the third. I mean, we've been wanting to see, and he's in Double-A. He's at Eugene, high A Double-A. Or high A single A, sorry.
Yeah.
And he's 4 for 10 so far with a home run, which is good because his contact was not very good last year. So we want to see him get off to a hot start. Then you look at, we talked about Brett Wisely, 273, 2 home runs, 2 stolen bases. Don't be shocked if you see a Brett Wisely for Christian Koss swap coming here shortly, probably in the next couple of days, I would imagine, maybe after the series before they go to New York. But then you look at it, and then you look at the starting pitching depth for the Giants, and that's something that was touted all spring training, and we have been pumping it up. You got Wisenhunt, he's thrown 2 games, he's got 10 innings, 11 strikeouts, 10 2/3 innings, 11 strikeouts, 1.69 ERA, and then you got Kyle Harrison, who could also be a starter for us. He's got 8 innings and 2 starts, 11 strikeouts. He has walked 4. That's his, we've seen him walk guys up here at the bigs.
Yeah.
So, when you look at that, when you look at starting pitching depth, when you look at bullpen depth, you really have to say that's where the Giants excel. And that could possibly be where they are better than the Dodgers. Are they better than the Padres? Possibly. Padres have some back-end bullpen issues. Suarez, he gets tapped around. He has a hard time finding the strike zone in closing situations. But when you look at the lineup, the Giants just have to be so fine. They have to create things on the base paths. And I think if you can do that all season, that's great. And if you can cultivate guys in the minors to do that, and you need to bring them up and they get on base. But again, you got guys like Tyler Fitzgerald right now who's just not getting on base. You got Patrick Bailey who's not getting on base. You need those guys to be on base to make noise, and especially when you have the speed of Fitzgerald, you've got to be on base.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really don't see. I mean, the Dodgers are going to win the West, right?
We think. I mean, probability is high.
Probability's high, and I say that now. I would love to, in October, to go back and play this clip again and say I was wrong. I didn't have faith in the Giants to maintain this all season long. But I mean, the odds are not for us for that to happen at this point.